Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And we're off from U.S. Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. And 3rd and short.
And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
I'll be honest with you, seeing that in real time, I don't know if they got enough. But credit that first to a tremendous effort, and secondly to know exactly what he needed to go get that extra yard.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Hutchinson reels it in. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
As a man, Justin Jefferson. Oh, putting him in the by a man, and now he's in the clear. Keeps himself upright. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Stafford to the air to start us off. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of the game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The pickup of 7, so they're looking at 9 yards to go now on 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. And as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Rams are set to punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it's going to be Vikings football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Catch made by Alvin Kamara. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Brought in left side by Jefferson. And they hit him right after he made that catch. That's going to deny him the first. It's 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Addison going in motion right. McCarthy to throw for it. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it with all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And we're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He throws a bullet deep to... That's grabbed inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Running left, this is Kamara. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jared Verse on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Williams now on 1st and 10. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. He breaks a tackle, and they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. From the red zone now. Vacates quickly left side. He's marking what risk something here and just chucks it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Throwing now, Stafford. Buys time, rolling right. Pushing for the end zone. And he lost the football. It's not loose. It's picked up by the Vikings, going the other way.
Kate, did those sidelines get loud or what? It was practically in unison. Everybody's shouting to jump on top of that one. We just needed an official signal. If it was 6 points, a touchback. Unfortunately for them, well, it was a touchback.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He's going to push one deep down. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. He gets this one to Nakua. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. Drive entire straights. It's 3rd and 9. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Evans on out a punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Got 49 on his 1st punt. This one looks even longer. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. That play made by their rookie from Michigan State.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. He's got a man left. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Minnesota spends its second time out here. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. He's looking deep once again. Big gain downfield. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. We pick the handoff now, Stafford. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Jalen Jones. And the Vikings make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Makes the grab in bounds left side. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That's complete to Kamara. That one hits for 30. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Kamara running out of the gun. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Stop made by Braden Fisk. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Wow, wide open here, complete. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. That's a reception for Tyler Higbee. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Sanford. Chased out to his right. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Stafford now. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. from the 23. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
A touchdown aside in that frame. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Cup on the catch. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the rookie. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Not like this. An interception ends that drive. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. After the pick, Stafford back to the air. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's touched down after a nice pick up there to get the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. Able to find Nakua here. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They're now set for 1st and 10. Now Stafford again. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Stafford to throw again on second. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life, third down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Straight ahead with Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Escapes the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
Hits his running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
A 10-yard gain, but it's fourth down.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings moments away from their fourth win of the year. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Rams will take possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Stafford now on first down. It's taken in by Williams. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this an offense earn everything. They just did.
Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
First down, Rams.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Stafford from the gun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Puka Nacua, the target on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Now to throw. Cut out left. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Desperation time here on 4th. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Ivan Pace has got it. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, the little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. So it's a win for the